What's up everyone, it's Jambors, new video, and today I'm going to talk about countries which surprised me the most. The good way, the bad way, and somehow in between, but in general, surprises. Let's talk. Alright guys, welcome back to my channel, I'm very glad you're here. I'm very sorry that I'm giving you videos unpredictably. It's unpredictable for me. I'm working on Love Island, Romania with my colleagues, so I really don't have time to create videos every single day, but I promised myself that I will talk after about every single song of Eurovision 2023 and give you some feedback or opinion, why they failed, why they succeed, what I liked, what I disliked, and so on and so on and so on. So we can discuss in the comment below if you agree with my opinions or not. And today I'm going to talk about countries which I didn't expect to have such result as they had, or such staging as they had, or yeah, mostly I would say the result, or I didn't expect the energy, or they just somehow surprised me the most. Yes. And before I start with the first country, I'll ask you for subscribing the channel and also giving thumbs up to this video. You ready? Let's talk about the first country, Georgia. Georgia, for me, is probably the biggest surprise of non-qualifying countries. First of all, I didn't expect that this country will not qualify. Like seriously, I didn't expect it because I kind of like the song. I saw performances in pre-parties which were very promising, very good singing, very good presence, everything. But then when I saw it at Eurovision, everything what I just said was missing. The song was disconnected from the staging, and the staging was completely disconnected from the artist. So it was like three entities on the stage performing music, but nothing was communicating with each other. After I saw it, and you know, I was seeing it before doing this video again, so I was into it and I said like, yes, this is the reason in my opinion why it failed. And it failed, let's say it's a failure, because it didn't work. I didn't know what to take from this song. I didn't know what to take from this performance. It just didn't have any charisma, any atmosphere, anything to catch. It was just, let's do television and that's it. No atmosphere, no connection. I was completely disconnected from this performance. It's very hard for me to tell you why. First of all, I think the staging didn't work at all. It was lots of effects, lot of LEDs. Somehow it was focused on visuals, but then when I count also in the costume, for example, the artist, it just didn't fit. It was too close to everything. I didn't understand the story of the song. I didn't understand the movements. It just didn't catch me anyhow. Very hard to decide what was the problem. Very hard for me to tell you, okay, this was the thing which disconnected me. No, it was all of it. Nothing was working together in this song, in this performance, for whatever reason. I don't know. Not even artist Eru didn't really work on me through cameras. And my very feeling after watching it, even during, was like, what should I take from this? Somehow it didn't talk to me at all. Also, I think absence of juries killed the chances, because if I just, you know, go, okay, the performance, if I just say, okay, it's just about singing, we have no problem. But as a general performance, complex, full package, no, sorry, I don't know what to take from it. For me, it was a big surprise, because I expected this one would be kind of a dark horse for top 10 somehow, because I expected something spectacular, but I wasn't given this. Well, definitely the song works after all anyway, so this is a good thing. The performance, okay, Maybe next time, Georgia. Maybe next time. Next country. Let 3 Mamas Ch, Croatia. Guys, honestly, let's disclaim this at the beginning. I don't like the song. I will never like such song, and you can check it on my reaction video that for me this is a terrible disaster that Eurovision has such things. On the other hand, before you close this video, I respect it in the way that anything can deserve to be at Eurovision. I also respect the fact that also people like such songs, and also now, but because I'm living in Romania, I'm starting to figuring out how Balkan countries feel also about music, and it's absolutely something different, you know, and Eurovision is about differences. Even I think this just, come on. Anyway, what surprised me and why Croatia is on this list, and to talk very positively about it now. Cancel the musical part. Okay, this won't never connect with me. I cannot never say anything good about this. You cannot expect it, but what can I adore? It's the staging, and this is one of the best stagings of Eurovision 2023 for sure. The dynamics, the ideas, how it worked, how, you know, the tempo, everything was on point. Everything, every single thing. So when I was watching it, I was like, yeah, I don't like the music, but I must adore the work what Croatia did with the staging. Like, that's absolutely perfect job. Absolutely taking all the strengths of the music, of what the guys can sell, who they are, and created this very modern way on viewers. And I think that's not just the song, but also how it was done was the reason why it succeeded among public, because just visually it was stunning. You couldn't get bored, you were surprised by the idea, but also the dynamics. Even, you know, the song is crazy, okay, it's crazy, we can talk about how we liked it or not, it doesn't really matter that much. But what we need to talk about, that somebody took this craziness and create a very good graphical package on point with all the cameras, all the sounds, and made it the way that it's not cringy. Actually, in my way, in my opinion, this wasn't the cringy way of staging. It was super supportive staging on something which just needed such help. One of the best staging. So that's the reason why it's on the list. No, because I was thinking not to even have this song in my review at all, but it wouldn't be deserved. But to understand the fact that I adore it also is the thing that creates 3 minutes where there are no 5 seconds of boredom. It's very hard to make it being fast. And I thought when I was watching this whole performance that this song has 1 minute, and that's a good sign, because it was like this. I was like into it completely. It got me into it, even me. So imagine the people who really liked it. I think for them it was a big experience. It was even for me. So congratulations, Croatia. Very, very good job. But please something normal, right? Something good. Next song. Serbia, Samo mi se spava, Look Black. Come on. I was very bad surprised to see it live at Eurovision. The beginning of the song, very promising. You all know how I liked the song, and also I kind of enjoyed the pre-party's performances. But for some reason, nothing worked here on stage, almost like Georgia, but I would even say a bit worse. I think they got luckily to the finals, because during the whole performance, for me it was a theater performance. I was even during the watching it, I wasn't even sure if he's singing or not. It was sound-wise, the voice, it was so down that for me it was like jumping over the stage and doing something and making it more art than it actually is. I think that was my whole problem watching it on stage, and I didn't really enjoy it. I was like, yes, please do it, but it was worse and worse during the performance, and when it stopped to being like supportive from my side. I completely closed off myself from it. And I was a big supporter of the song. I still am. I like the song itself. I sometimes listening to it also in my headphones. But the performance itself was very, very weak for some reason. Even they tried also visually, but the same problem with Georgia. It was somehow disconnected from each other. So it was like a theatrical performance, but was it also in music? What was this? And when I asked so many questions during the performance, it's a killing formula. The ideal state is that I don't ask anything myself, I'm just enjoying. But in here was like, why? What does he sing? What does this mean? Why such terrible graphics? Why, there was some concept for sure. I agree with it, but just didn't work. Because vocally, especially, the singer's idea probably was different. But in my opinion, this is also a singing contest. And when I cannot feel this is sung by a singer, and the singer is in the center of attention, and the center of attention is more likely some idea which is hard to translate, no chance. So it was very lucky for Serbia how they end up, but for me also it was a bad surprise. Anyway, I think this market has so much to offer that next time it will be better, and they still got the finals, not so many countries can say that. Next country. Mimiket, Curaçao, Portugal. Positive surprise. I wasn't a big fan of this because for me it was a cabaret song, nothing very special. But I must disclaim one thing, that I really adore Portugal and their way of thinking about Eurovision and supporting of their artists. Also with their national selection. Also the way how they're doing a bit differently. They care about their own domestic market than trying to bring the best, whatever genre it is. However weird or non-weird it is, it's their way. It's clearly visible that they're doing their, executing some vision. And that's what I adore the most on Portugal, whether they fail, whether they succeed. Of course, I always succeed because all the time. And the reason is also because the producers in Portugal, they just know what they do, and exactly they know why they are doing it. It's not just let's do Eurovision, let's pick some artist, let's being successful. No, the philosophy behind it, it's much, much deeper, and I think this is modern television. This is modern television approach. This is how we producers should also think, not just about, hey, let's have a quick success, because it's like in football. You can do for a quick success, or you can have some vision, philosophy, and do some steps to be successful long term. This is what Portugal do. This is what I adore the most, because I think in television industry, this patience, this clearly vision is somehow missing. But I went from this song, but I also think this is the part of the success of Mimiket. Also it's her, also it was the staging, and also it was the energy. Okay, not the best result in the world, but they made it to the finals. I didn't really expect it, so that was a first surprise. But what really got me, it was the whole performance combined with staging. I didn't get bored during it. Even I think it's shown the weaknesses of the stage at Eurovision, which just wasn't good this year in my opinion for creating much better stagings. They overcome it somehow. It was Mimiket's very strong charisma, very strong, and also the tempo, the camera editing, and the dynamics. They just made it fine. So even for the song, which I would say it could be average or something very like not a star thing way, whatever it means, they made it to the finals. They surprised me a lot. I think they surprised a lot of people, and they bring some good vibe energy to Eurovision 2023 this year, which was necessary, which was very important, and it just created some good vibes. So when I saw it now before I'm doing this video, I was like, again, yes, they deserved it. And Portugal, you tend to surprise me all the time. Even I know I shouldn't be surprised at all, because you're just doing a great job. Next country. Albania and Albina and Duje, another surprise for me. And now this is the surprise of good or bad, I don't know. I think it's both. In my opinion, I don't still get it how such song could get to the finals. For the diversity levels, for the Balkan approach, I think this is exactly old school Balkan way. I know it's stereotypical what I'm saying, but this is what I think. This is how I think about it. Like, oh yeah, this is what will Greece be voting, Serbia will be voting, Romania will be probably voting. Like, you know, this is something traditional, but so old, so old. But on the other hand, and okay, it's not really my thing at all. It was a huge surprise that such thing got through finals, even through public voting, but it did. It did, whatever I think about it. And in the finals, it didn't end up really bad. I expect this is like the song for the last place actually somehow, but honestly, the performance itself, it just go by the vocals, the performance, it was absolutely perfect, on point, great. Whatever I think about the song. Also, the staging was very good, I would say. The staging supported the music, supported maybe this cringe stereotypes, everything, but it wasn't like, oh, tasteless. Actually, it was very tasteful. And even it was in Albanian colors, you know, red and black, using all the symbolics. Not too much. It wasn't cringy. It was just the song from the past performed at Eurovision 2023. Why not? Why not? So surprisingly, they got to the finals to me. They surprised me with the staging a lot. Viewers surprised me that they support it. And it was all a big one surprise. But yes, it shows that the diversity in Europe is huge and that the area of viewers is also huge. It's not just young people or my generation or younger generation watching Eurovision having their opinions, but also people who raised on Eurovision, they are maybe now 70-year-old and maybe they are 60-year-old, maybe they are 90-year-old, and also they have different taste and different melancholy, and they want to see what they had in the past at Eurovision, what it meant to them. And I think it's also okay to accept this as a fact. And I think that surprised me a lot that I just changed my mind this way, you know. Weird, right? Last country. Okay. And the last country on my list is Slovenia for today. A huge surprise. Joker out. Come on, guys. That was... You know, I always have fingers crossed for Slovenia for several reasons. We spent a lot of time in same hotels when I was doing Eurovision. We become friends with the delegations all the time. I know that they like the project. I know that they are, you know, trying their best to push Slovenia into finals. It's not very easy for them. And I wish them all the best all the time. Even sometimes I don't agree on what they are choosing. And, you know, that's it. And this year, I was surprised with Joker out. Like, first of all, I liked it from the very beginning. Even I was saying, like, okay, this is a cliche, also Albanian, also Balkanian style of music, you know, something which is not very close to me, but I could adore the energy and also the charisma of the whole band, not just the front singer, but all the band. Somehow it was natural, although it was somehow old school, but the way how they talk through camera, how their music talks, how their charisma is there, it's like, hey, we know that we are old schoolish band, but we are not ashamed of it. We take it as we are crazy and this is what we do, and here we are. And surprisingly for me, kind of, they get to the finals, not because I didn't have my fingers crossed for them, but I was afraid that people wouldn't vote for it. But hopefully, and actually they did, they saved them, they made it to the finals, and they brought a great energy, great staging also to the, you know, they just had a concert. This is what I like, when you have a concept which is based on artists you have. You support their strengths. You completely close off their weaknesses and you just go there. You just go the way, you just pinpoint something which is their strength. Like in Poland, they had, you know, the old 90s song and they use it as a strength. They use focus, just do this way, and they did it. They went straight this way. They didn't try to be good on audience, like, hey, they will like this, they will enjoy this, and they will enjoy that. No, this is our way, how we want to do it. This is what how we execute it, and this will work or not. But it's, after all, it's us, and that's what I adore. That's what I, as a producer, like. That's what I support in every single project, with all my members of casting whatsoever, to find a way who they are, and let's go this way. Don't look what people will like this and that and pleasing everyone. No. This is not you, right? And Joker out, this is you. You've done this. It was you. I believed it's you. And that's why I enjoyed it. Whatever song you probably played, I was there with you through television. I just watched it again. I was there again. You just had this power, and person who agreed with the idea during this, people who did this job, you should, you know, walk this person on your shoulders for the rest of your lives. Okay, that's maybe too much, but this person saved you to the finals, I would say, because he or she or them, they just made you stand out, and they probably listened who you are, they probably knew who you are, they didn't try to please anyone, just let you be yourself. And you cannot imagine how rare this is at television, that somebody let you be yourself and actually supports this. So yes, congratulations, Slovenia, and maybe next time even better result. Even I think being in the finals, it's a great thing. Summary. Alright guys, you see that I don't even have light in here proper whatsoever. I never know when I choose to shoot, so sorry for this, but I really hope you see me, that you heard me, that you enjoyed, that you agreed or disagreed with my ideas, but that it gives you some points to think about, so you can write them in the comments below and talk to me, talk to yourself, because I think that my perspective is sometimes very different than yours. I'm not a Eurovision fan in the way like I'm crazy about some country, I need to support it. I'm just watching it more as a producer, as how I would approach it, how others approaching it, what is probably behind it. You know, I have speculation based on my own experience and also my own work and also my own evaluation about how I think about the project. So sometimes I don't really agree with some fundamentals of Eurovision, and sometimes I really want to support something which is controversial. Doesn't matter, I have my clear vision about how I believe Eurovision should go and what kind of instrument and platform it should become, even it is somewhere around, and other producers has something different, and also you fans. So that's why the discussion is important. Those were my surprises also. I don't know if they're surprised you or you expect it, so tell me also in the comments below if you liked it, and also give thumbs up to this video if you liked it, and also watch my other videos where I talk about other countries, and I think I'm very close to finish, maybe 2 more videos and I'm done. Wow, and then we can start to talk about next season. So I'm pretty curious, and if you don't want to miss anything, please subscribe to the channel, because I never know when it goes on the next video, so also ring the notification bell not to miss anything. And I see you in the next video. Yes, who the hell knows when. Thank you for watching. Bye.